As G.K. Chesterton once said, education is simply the soul of a society as it passes from one generation to another. At Chesterton Academy, the soul that is passed on is that of a society founded on truth and righteousness, a culture of life. Throughout my time at this school, I have experienced this in the everyday people and occurrences I encounter. When I compare my current self to the rather silent, disinvested, and uninterested freshman me, I realize how much this school has affected me. I find that the most beneficial elements fall into the three main categories of curriculum, student life, and spiritual growth. The curriculum Chesterton employs is one that is rooted in rather classical views of the world. On this topic, Chesterton once stated, "The great ideals of the past failed, not by being outlived, but by not being lived enough." How do we bring these great ideals back into the discussion at Chesterton? Well, we read. A lot. We are privileged enough to be deemed worthy to read everything from Homer to Hobbes and Dante to Descartes, to name but a fraction of the stuff that is ever so gently placed before us on our desks. The works we encounter are some of the most influential and thought-provoking ever created, producing thoughts that are further developed by the often animated class discussions that follow a particularly juicy reading. However, we don't just absorb the best classical knowledge through reading, but also through examining the arts. At Chesterton, all students are required to take art, drama, and choir classes. It truly opens the mind to a deeper understanding of the paintings or plays or music one comes across. For me, this resulted in a sense of appreciation for art. I learned to notice the details of a work and fit them together to form the vision its creator intended. This curriculum uses art to approach the truth of humanity. Everything we learn during the 4 years at Chesterton is taught for a reason, to expand how we find the truth by teaching us about how truth was approached in the past. Another way I have been cultivated while at Chesterton is through the student life at the school. I have found I have achieved growth in leadership and in forming connections with students of other grades. In the teachers of the school, I have found examples of self-sacrifice for the good of another, us students, as they work tirelessly to pass on the truth to us. And in my classmates, I have found as determined and caring a group as I have ever met. Going back to the words of Chesterton, we are all in the same boat upon a stormy sea. We owe to each other a terrible and tragic loyalty. Now, I don't know about terrible or tragic, but our class has been through a lot over the years, and yet we continue to support each other and call each other on to greatness. Finally, growth in the spiritual life is the most important way Chesterton has benefited me. We are blessed with daily Mass and the Eucharist at the beginning of each day, which has helped me establish Christ as the foundation for everything else I do during the day. We also begin each class with prayer, asking God to bless our learning. But we don't simply live the faith externally. We dive into the roots and deepest mysteries of the faith in theology class and explore the whys and hows of Catholicism. This has made another Chesterton quote become relevant to me. "The riddles of God are more satisfying than the solutions of man," because I have found that some of the best discussions in theology class are the ones that can't lead to a simple answer. Also, the ministry of Pro Ecclesia Sancta at the school, whether through the class retreats, formational talks, or just hanging out with Father Adam and Brother Joe playing soccer, has led me to strive for concrete ways to apply my faith in my life. Chesterton Academy aims to develop complete Catholics who both understand the faith and are able to put it into action through their lives. Chesterton has presented me with a new confidence, not merely in myself, but in what I believe. By creating an environment that focuses on bringing students closer to the truth, closer as a community, and ultimately closer to the faith, this school has helped me grow into my mission to be a light in a dark world. Returning one final time to the words of Chesterton, we do not need a church that moves with the world, but a church that moves the world. Thank you.